Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 1 of my full platinum walkthrough for A Plague Tale Innocence. If you haven't seen one of my guides before, I will walk you through the entire process of getting the platinum trophy for this game, showing you every gameplay moment. The only things that I cut out are cutscenes and extended dialogue. I'll also be narrating the entire time too, making sure you don't miss out on anything important. This guide is going to be broken up into 16 videos, one for each chapter. Well, there are 17 in total actually, but part 17, the epilogue, is extremely short and will be at the end of video 16. Now I'm going to get the game started here and I'll set up what we'll be doing and what to look out for during the first slow tutorial section of the game. As always with my guides, there'll be a next collectible / next trophy note in the top corner, and there will be timestamps in the description for each one too. While I am playing the PS5 version of the game, this guide can be used for the PS4 and even Xbox versions as well. There are no difficulty settings in A Plague Tale, and this game is very linear, so we will be getting the platinum in a single playthrough. Now don't worry if you do miss a collectible or a chapter specific trophy, there is a chapter select in the main menu and you can use it at any time. To break the trophies down, there are 17 story-related ones. You'll get one after each chapter. 6 collectible-related ones. The collectibles are flowers, curiosities, and gifts, with alchemist carts as well being thrown in there as well, but they're not technically collectibles, but we need to find 5 of them. The first 3 of the ones that I just mentioned can be tracked using the touchpad. As soon as you pick up a collectible, it is saved, so you can use chapter select and quit out once you have it if you miss any. The vast majority of the rest of the trophies are chapter specific. There isn't one for each chapter, just 9 of them. The final 2 trophies are fully upgrade the sling and fully upgrade the equipment. During chapter 3, crafting materials will come into play and there are a finite amount per playthrough. There are more than enough to fully upgrade both in a single playthrough, but if you miss too many or craft things in the wrong order or craft too many of the consumables, this may result in you having to do another half playthrough. Of course, I'll go into this more when the time actually comes up and we start crafting things. Like I said, this first chapter, the Rune Legacy, is slow. Lots of setting up, lots of story. Throughout the whole game, it's very story driven. So there will be parts where I kind of just go for a bit and not do the commentary because it's not necessary. But for the most part, I'll try and stay here and just kind of talk you through what we're doing. So what we're doing here is the slingshot tutorial. The slingshot is the main weapon of the game, the only weapon of the game, to be honest. And you're going to see me completely mess it up here. So there's 6 apples on here. You don't need to do this for a trophy or anything. You don't need to get all 6. I don't. So you're going to see me hit 1. So I'm going to lock into it, so you kind of hold R2 to lock into it, and then I'm going to kind of half lock. Now the reason, this is my reason I'm sticking to it, is that there's an upgrade later in the game, and I've literally just finished playing this game for the platinum yesterday. There's an upgrade where you sort of half, it comes in a lot quicker, the aiming arrow reticule. So it's yeah, that's what I was used to. That's what I'm sticking to. So yeah, 5, 6, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just kind of moving the story on. Now there is a chapter specific trophy in this chapter, and it's for doing more of what we just did. But once we get to the town, we are going to be getting to the town later on shortly. Half of the chapter is actually set in the town. So yeah, you're just going to do the normal square to duck, which is a bit weird, but R2 to run, and that's pretty much it. This game is amazing. Like I've literally, I can back to back. I've just played this game PS4 yesterday, PS5 today. The PS5 runs a lot better and it looks amazing. So if you are able to play this on the PS5, obviously if you've got PlayStation Plus and a PS5, you can. That's the way to play this game for sure. The haptic feedback is really good on this one as well. So at this point we're just running after the dog. Lion. It's lion, but I'm not very good at French accents, so we'll just call it lion. I'm not going to go into spoilers and things like that. I'm not going to go too far ahead because it is very spoiler heavy if I were to just start telling you what happens and things like that. So don't worry, I'm not going to do any of that during these walkthroughs. I'll tell you slightly ahead of what's happening, but I will kind of just let cutscenes happen. Obviously, you're not going to see me play them. I'll only reference them once they've happened. So don't worry about that. So this first part is kind of showing you the things being alerted to your presence through tall grass. Don't worry, you're supposed to alert the boar there, and then you sort of creep round and get it from the side here and go for the headshot. So yeah, the main weapon of this game is the slingshot. It is a stealth game more than an action game. You don't want to be getting into open combat. You die in one hit. That's how it is. So we're just going to skip all the cutscenes here. That's how it is. You're not supposed to go into combat. Very near the end of the game, you will go into more of a combat thing as you upgrade your slingshot. But for the first part, it's very stealth based. You don't want to be getting spotted. Instant fail. It is a bit of an old game mechanic, the kind of instant fail once you get spotted, but it makes a lot of sense being a teenage girl, and later on you'll have the brother with you as well. It would play out exactly like that. So we're running after the dog now. That was a bit of a weird invisible wall on that log. I don't know what was going on there. And yeah, we're going to see the boar here. And not to go into spoilers, but as you go forward into this, if you like dogs, maybe don't watch the next cutscene. It's pretty terrifying, to be honest. Yeah, this bit is going to cut here. I'm going to skip it, and then we'll be in the village. So it's going to come with the title card. You'll be in the village, and then you'll be at this point now. So I've only skipped cutscenes and everything. Don't worry, I've not missed anything else. As soon as it started, we're going to go up to the right-hand side here. This is going to be the first of 3 collectibles in this this chapter. You can see how I've marked them at the top. So we have gifts, we have flowers, and then we have curiosities. So there's going to be 1 gift at the top here. I'm looking at it right there. I'm going to walk past it and hook round here. You'll kind of know my reasoning for doing that in a minute when you see the second collectible. I got ahead of myself, that's all. So yeah, at the top of the ladder there, grab the gift, which is the whistle. And yeah, that's 1 of 11. And then we're going to move on and get trophy more practice. So this is going to be the mission specific, the chapter specific trophy. So if you go around the side here, and then you're going to see some more pots here. There's some stones on the floor, so you're going to grab these, or rocks. Grab those, and then break each of these 6 pots, and that's going to get you the trophy. Nice and simple. Now, they're not all, well, most of them are quite simple like this if you know where to look for the chapter specific ones. There's only 1 or 2 that are a bit more difficult, and they're not even that difficult. It's just knowing what to do. There we go, break all 6. And that's it, more practice. First trophy down. So yeah, because this game has lots of stretches where you're just kind of wandering and not actually doing too much. I'm not going to narrate exactly everything because I know it does annoy people when you're just kind of chatting along. So I'm going to just do the important stuff. So I'm going to jump out here and jump back in once we get into the house.
Out of bounds until further notice.
Yes, I'll tell them.
Keep us from evil. May you forever grant us health and keep plague from our door.
I hope Mother's not too busy.
This sunshine won't last long. The rain has already ruined the harvest. People are dying of hunger.
Gabrielle.
You're lucky to be
Is
in this
Mother
house.
upstairs?
Mark my
Yes,
words.
she spent the night there. The little
You're right
one had
about
another
that.
one of his attacks.
She won't be in a good mood.
Right, now that we're in the house, we're going to go and get the curiosity, the first one. Don't worry about finding any extra stuff. There's no materials or anything to find in these first 2 chapters. Of course, you're free to look around. This game is beautiful and the detail's amazing. So it's definitely worth looking around, but you're not missing anything, don't worry. So here's why I hooked round on that first collectible, is I had this one in my mind as I was kind of playing. So there's curiosity number 1. That's spices. And then straight after that, we're going to run and get the second one. This is going to be the final collectible. So we'll go back down the ladder, back to the front door, and we'll head upstairs. It is like, this game is very linear, but of course you can miss things in a linear game. But yeah, don't worry, you're not going to get lost or anything. And we'll head upstairs here. And then there's going to be a maid at the top of the stairs. She's going to kind of speak to you and literally tell you that she has a gift for you, which is the tablecloth, which is a weird looking tablecloth. Obviously it's not finished, it's some sort of embroidery, But if you follow her into the room, the chambers, it's going to be your chambers or Amicia's chambers. You can pick up the tablecloth off the bed, and we're supposed to go through the door on the right hand side, and that's what we'll do in a second. So there we go. That's curiosity number 2. So I will bring this up every time I find something, just to make sure you've not missed anything, and it's definitely ticked it off. Things like that, you know, glitches. don't want any of those. So another cutscene is going to happen, and then you're going to go into the right hand side. So you're going to meet the mother. Then if you go to the right here, you're going to finally meet Hugo, who is your companion for the vast majority of the game. He is going to be around. It is an escort kind of game, but don't worry, it's not horrible. It's really not too bad. So yeah, things are going to happen. There's going to be a cutscene there. I have moved ahead. So if you press down on the D-pad, that kind of calls Hugo to your side, and then you can also press down again to make him stay. Now, obviously, you don't want to make him stay. You're trying to avoid enemies here. Whoops, battery is low. Yeah, again, this is all set up. It's all scripted. So just kind of take the linear path back the way you came to get out. And yeah, if you do get spotted, you are dead. So obviously, it does have checkpoints, and they are very generous in this game as well. So yeah, it's not difficult at all, this game. Oh dear, oh dear. So you can see that on the left-hand side there's kind of a... Oh, it's gone now. There, that kind of glow. That's obviously an enemy alert. You can see it shifting around the screen there. That's an enemy alert sort of device. I can't think of the word right now. It does come in handy later on. So when you do leave Hugo in certain points, we're not going to do it in this one. Actually, we do it briefly, but the mother's going to be there as well. He will start to panic. You can't go too far away from him, but it does kind of release you from having him by your side the whole time. And because you die in one hit, it's not too much of a problem that you have a partner. You can just kind of think of it as one entity almost. He's not much of a burden. You do find that most of the game you're actually holding his hand, so you are kind of one. So we're going back through here, and then we're going to go through and meet the mother again. So yeah, of course, I'm going to skip the cutscene, and then we're going to start going more into kind of the combat and the stealth elements of the game. Tall grass, because of course tall grass is always it's going to say, it says if you leave Hugo alone for too long or get too far away from him, he's going to start panicking, which you don't want to do. He is just, I think he's 5, just a little boy. So yeah, crouch, stay crouched. Obviously, you are going to be quieter. Tall grass, this is the most amazing tall grass in any game. You literally walk past these people. You can see the grass flying all over the place. They still don't notice you. How you wouldn't notice that, I have no idea. But yeah, it's games, isn't it? It'd be annoying if they did. And you're going to get introduced to kind of distractions in a moment as well. So the game, you will find you're doing this a lot, kind of waiting at the beginning, but later on we will have distractions and different ways to deal with enemies. But at the start here, it can be quite a bit of waiting and waiting for pathing to happen and stuff like that.
You don't die without talking to me first.
Bastards! Cowards!
We have to get through. Amicia, help him. I'll carry you. All right? All right. Be careful getting down. Yes.
But Robert the Rune doesn't like
Just
the
a boy
Inquisition.
and a bunch of peasants. How long can it take?
So here's the some more rocks, and here's kind of the tutorial for distractions. Now you do have your slingshot, L2, R2. That is loud and enemies will hear it, or you can also do L1 and that throws, and that's quiet. They can't tell where that came from, but if you do use your slingshot in those sort of instances, you will get spotted. And you saw me sort of bring up a wheel there for a moment. That's hold if you hold R1. Again, this all comes into play later on when you have much more freedom. So anything that's kind of glimmering like that, you can distract. That's what I'm doing. The trophy in the top corner there is the Rune Legacy. that's the end of the chapter. So you are going to get that, don't worry. That's literally like the next thing we're doing anyway. There's no collectibles left or anything like that, or trophies. So here's the wheel kind of coming into it. So we have a new type of distraction, the pots. Don't find you use these too much in the game, to be honest. Early on you will, but later on they're completely useless. You just won't use them. You can obviously see what they do. You can only hold one at a time, so you did see me pick up the other one on the way out. There are plenty around. There's a lot of things like that. Whenever you need rocks, there will be rocks. Whenever you need pots, there will be pots. So yeah, don't worry, you're not going to run out of things like that at all, ever. Here's another quick tutorial about sending poor little Hugo off on his own. Yeah, he's just going to send him through a hole. No idea what's on the other side, but go for it. He'll help us.
Then you can quickly go through, alright? Alright. Be strong. Well done. There are people. Hold my hand. Come on.
Mercy! Mercy!
Wait.
Ah! Screaming for mercy won't make you run faster, my lad.
Come on. Follow me. Wait, I'm coming. Amicia, you have to help him next time. Sorry. You can come here. I'm coming. There you go. Thank you.
Now this is going to be the first instance where we leave Hugo behind. So if you press down on the D-pad, you're going to see me do it quickly there. I've just done it. It now says follow. You have to press down to get him to follow. You don't want him to follow you at this point, so you just leave him there. There's some pots if you need them. And now you're going to want to throw a pot. You're going to want to wait until he's kind of facing this way. Don't worry, he won't see you throw it. But if you do it now, he probably won't hear it. So just wait. You want to get him quite far away. You can actually get spotted here quite easily if you're not careful. Pick up the second one, and then you will call them by pressing down, and then throw the second one to get his attention for a second time. Otherwise, you're not going to have long enough, and the mother can take quite a while. Come on, and she will get spotted. That can happen. If you have a person with you, they can get spotted. So yeah, watch out. Although later on in the game, again, it doesn't seem to matter so much. So here's another quick tutorial before the end of the chapter. You can also wait until a guard is walking back. So not necessarily move him towards you, but he's going to path back. So that's kind of what it's teaching you here. Now I'm going to get out of here. This is going to be the end of the chapter. Pretty much he's going to walk towards a door, and then there's going to be a running sequence. It's very linear, and then you'll get the trophy, the Rune Legacy, right at the very end, and it will go straight into chapter 2. But I'm going to cut it there, and that's going to be it's going to be a separate video. Like I said, each chapter is going to have its own video. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here and just let the rest play out. It's all very linear. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Follow me. Now.
Kill the sister! Soldiers, this way!
What's happening? Where's Mummy?
Get them!
She'll catch up with us. Run as fast as you can.
Be careful, goddammit!
The ground is shaking. Amicia, the ground is shaking.
Don't stop. They're right behind us.
What is shaking?
Straight on. Carry straight on.
But where are we going? Mummy won't be able to find us.
Just keep running.
Amicia, we have to go back and look for Mummy.
We can't. We can't let them catch us.
What the fuck's going on? Help! I need help!
Where should we go? I don't know.
There's something in the ground, Amicia. Are we going to die?
No, we have to lose them. Oh no, they're everywhere. everywhere.
What do we do?
Take a deep breath. Jump!